see that one South Asian face on MTV. You know, I haven't really seen it yet. Somebody that's so prominent that they're like a Shakira or a Britney Spears, and you know, whoever it is, I want to see that face. That would mean the world to me. Music was my life when I was growing up. I started performing when I was about 5 years old, and it was me, my mother, my father, and my older sister. We would just, every weekend, we would just go to some amazing place, meet these amazing people, and sing in 7 different Indian language, South Asian languages. We would do, you know, Hindi, Sindhi, Gujarati, Punjabi, Marathi, Telugu, everything. And my dad is an amazing MC. He would do his jokes in mimicry, and my mom's smile and her voice is just like, it's just beautiful. My sister's voice is like so much better than all of us. She's amazing. And then I would play the tabla. They would play, my mom plays harmonium, my dad plays dholak. And we would just put on an awesome show where we felt like we were part of the audience. It was just great. So those were my weekends. It was like school during the week and then fly somewhere during the weekend. It was awesome. I started getting fan mail from these younger fans, and they would address it to Tabla Girl. And it was strange because there was quite a few of them. So I was like, okay, I guess that's the name they've chosen. So as in honor of that, I just decided to stick with the name since it was given to me. So there's been 4 movies with my music in it. It's been great. Around the World in 80 Days, and Christmas with the Cranks, and Raise Your Voice, which is a Hilary Duff movie, and now Ice Princess. This album is a genuine reflection of everything that I grew up with. I'm a Jersey girl at heart, so I grew up playing in like a metal band, if you can believe that. I was doing like Metallica covers, and I'd play the drums, and then I'd get a guitar and do like, you know, Enter Sandman and all those crazy Metallica songs. And then on the weekends, I would go to the Bollywood world, and I would perform all this music with my family. So it's just, I mean, having those 2 influences. And I love, you know, I love hip hop, and I love soft rock, everything. I guess being Indian means, to me, it means having something that's special about me, you know, the morals and the values, and then of course the music. I'm grateful to have the best of the American world and the Indian world. So I loved the fact that I was able to grow up and perform with my family, and I want like the younger generation to see that you don't have to be ashamed of your parents, and like it's cool to love your parents. I'm gonna cry.
See, I can't stop bragging about Tina, not just because she's my daughter, but you know, to be this successful and still to have not just sincere loving, but she's very hardworking, very determined, very focused.
But I'm very happy that I am the guy who taught her her first song.
It's in my heart, you know, it's in my blood. I tell my parents, I'm like, you did this, you started it.
1, 2, yeah.
When I was in studio one day, we were doing a song called Stay, I believe, and it's the most heavily South Asian influenced track on the album. So I called my parents up. It was like midnight, and my mom picks up, and I was like, Mom, I just want to thank you for making me Indian. She was like, what are you talking about? And it's just being able to show people what the tabla is and what our culture is about, and having people actually be interested and wanting to know more about how the tabla is played. It's great. If I can make somebody smile, I've done my job. I love it, and it's the greatest feeling. Being on stage is home to me.